Hey, what's going on?
Ben, what's up?
How you doing? Okay. Perfect.
Learning all the tools of the trade here.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just trying to figure out how to use my computer.
So this is the first game. And now for anyone who's watching the stream, they should be able to see both of our beautiful faces and the game. So it looks like this game is still waiting on one more player.
Okay.
This first game. And
Put me in. Put me in. I'm ready.
Yeah. And the second game, let's see. I have to switch out of that and come back on this one. The second game also is showing 6 of 7. So I'll just check in with those guys. Looks like you might have a chance of playing here. But this is pretty exciting to see that this is all coming together.
I think we're at least having 2 boards for sure, because I know we can throw in Jake or Zach as well if we need to.
What I was going to do is show you to get your input on like how you think we should run the Twitter side of this. So
yeah,
basically you can see I've made 2 comments there. But the video at the bottom, that is a live update, obviously, because it's already showing both of us in picture.
No, I'm very intrigued to watch this. However, I feel like if I get in a game, I'm not going to watch it until after, mostly.
Yeah. I feel like I would have a hard time concentrating while also trying to listen.
Yeah, it's basically I'll just open up 6 chat boxes with the other players, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then maybe I'll actually enter orders from my phone. I don't know.
Yeah, I would actually. That was an idea. I was curious to see how people would set up their diplomacy stations. Just, I guess, for anyone who's starting to tune in, maybe we can just talk generally about like how we decided to set this up and like what the parameters are. I don't know. Did you have any thoughts on that right away?
Well, the main reason we're doing this, I think, is obvious, the pandemic.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, we met 2 weekends ago, and even then, I don't think it was that obvious that we were going to have to shut down.
Yeah.
But based on how the last 2 weeks go, obvious that we're doing this. And at least for me, I'm very excited about it because it felt like 2019 was an awesome year for our club. I mean, 18 games. I felt like, if anything, maybe we were losing a little momentum. I didn't think we had a shot at 18 games again. But now, just with the excitement for this, I feel like we're going to do this a few times during the pandemic. And it feels like we're going to gain some momentum because of it. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, me too. We are here in Minnesota currently, so we're glad that you're able to get in the game. And I think we even have a player joining us from Kiev as well. So
wow,
in the Ukraine. So this is definitely an international, and we'll see where it goes from here. I think this is the first shot at doing something that's live. So we want to try to make it as entertaining as possible for people that are new to diplomacy. But we'll also have some hardcore analysis as well, because we have some people in the booth here. And speaking of which,
what's going on?
There he is.
Oh, I think Zach Moore has now arrived.
Gentlemen.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, always a pleasure to see you.
Pleasure to see you.
Absolutely. Thanks for holding it down. I was on Twitter recruiting for our next face-to-face game, so I got sidetracked.
Yeah, now I think Jake's back in. And
hello.
We have the council. So if anyone is watching right now, this is your MN Diplomacy Club Council for the year 2020
and 2019
and 2019. Yeah.
2 years running.
And there's other places to read about this online, but Ben and Zach got it going in 2018, and then they added Jake. They had met years before that. They added Jake from Chicago and then added me. So we've did 6 games in 2018 and 18 games, 19 if you include our grand top board finale. And we'll see how many we get in 2020 with the pandemic stream here. So the games have begun.
Beautiful.
In that case, let me move away from the standings here and jump over and try to get this exciting, a little bit more exciting. Let me check the comments, make sure we're not missing anything from the stream as well.
This is very cool that we're doing this, guys. If we can just kind of, toot our own horns here. Kind of fun.
Yeah, I think I was saying this maybe before you got on, Jake, but it feels like, obviously we would love to play this at Fantasy Flight right now in person, but I don't think we would have gotten as many people to come. So this is pretty cool that even though obviously we're in a really tough situation, a tough time, that we're bringing people together via the internet and diplomacy. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Right.
Hey, Brennan. Good to see
Oh, look at that. There he is.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey, Brandon.
How's it going, man?
Hey. Sorry, where's the camera here? Just getting myself situated here.
Yeah, so
here we go.
I mean, really, a pretty standard opening. Let's just start in the bottom. I mean, Turkey, that's not like a Chicago board, that's for sure. No Armenia move there. Russia was pretty solid, really anti-Northern movement against Norway up there. I'm sure that's going to play out nicely. I don't know. I mean, Germany, same idea. I think that's a pretty safe set of moves there to block France from Burgundy. I personally like going Munich to Ruhr just to put a lot of pressure on the Low Countries, but I think his move to Denmark was solid. I mean, you'd be crazy not to move to Denmark as Germany, in my opinion. France, very interesting move to pick. Yeah, it should be interesting there. And then Italy too. I mean, a pretty standard opening as well. I guess that's not true per se. I mean, it's very anti-France. But fortunately, that bounce in Burgundy leaves Marseille guarded. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you make of that?
We really don't see this very often. I think it's you got the move to Tyrrhenian Sea, which is, I'd say, explicitly at the very least pro-Turkey. And then usually you'd see that followed up with Rome holding and still set up the convoy, but he moved the army up, so he's going to take Tunis with the fleet, you would think. So I don't really know who he's against. He might be for everybody.
Yeah, if you do that movement with the armies, it doesn't matter if you go to Ionian or Tyrrhenian. You're going to move Tunis either way. Well, I guess in Ionian you could do something else, but Tyrrhenian now we know it's going to go to Tunis. Yeah, let's do spring 01 of Interstate before we do fall of Minnesota. And when we do this, let's make sure we know the rundown on who each person is, because I think we didn't finish that. So,
right. So I think it's now showing the spring moves for MNDC number 30. So anyone can feel free to jump in on this.
I don't know.
Paris to Belgium.
You guys are out of control.
Paris to Belgium. Never seen that before. That's amazing. Wow, no one's so Germany, and neither Germany nor France is going to have a unit on Belgium in 01.
Oh, wow.
So it's a safe 5 builds or 5 units for England.